October 5th. Lisa is here with more on that heat and the many days that we've been dealing with it this week, and finally we get a break.
Well, you know, a heat advisory today that will expire tonight right at the coast, and some warnings in San Francisco that also expiring tonight, while the rest of us continue to sweat it out into Sunday, and then each and every day we will shave off a few degrees, more dramatic cooling into Monday. Right now it is 61 in Fremont, 67 in Hayward, so you know, with temperatures like this already in the upper 60s to the upper 70s in the hills, it's going to be a hot one out there. And despite the 50s here, we will climb to near 100 today. We've got the light wind still under a massive dome of high pressure. The light, somewhat offshore winds allowing for critically high fire danger and potential records today. We're looking at records likely all around the Bay Area. And then for tomorrow, a bit of a cool down, but that high fire danger, those breezy winds in the hills, almost as dry as it gets around here. Thank goodness we're going to see an end to this. So we're beginning to see a light at the end of the tunnel here, and then cooler weather arrives for some of you on Monday and for everyone on Tuesday. Today in San Francisco, it is going to be warm to hot with 88 degrees. So you'll notice a few degrees cooler on Sunday, but you're really going to have to be right at the coast to feel that cool down tomorrow. But at least we're going in the right direction. And temperatures inland will be a couple degrees above average. Along the Bay Shore, we're talking as much as 5 to even 8 degrees warmer today. As you look at Berkeley, low 70s, 9 o'clock, and we had mid 80s yesterday, but by 1 o'clock, we're in the upper 80s, and then 94 by 5 o'clock. So that gets you really in the mood once again, unfortunately, for that excessive heat, where we're going to be hotter today than we were yesterday. 9 o'clock, 80 degrees. So a scorcher out there, and really no changes for Levi Stadium, Santa Clara for your Sunday. Even though some of you will experience a slight cool down, we will be near 100 degrees down in the South Bay. The 5th day of 100-degree temperatures for the calendar year in San Jose. That breaks a record. Santa Cruz, it's going to be a hot one. So if you're headed to the beaches, once again, mid to upper 80s. Now, yesterday we had some relief here. Today, not the case. How about 88 at Ocean Beach? Stinson, near 90 degrees. Highs today anywhere from the 80s at the coastline, 90 downtown, 95 in Oakland. Fremont, you're back to 96 on the peninsula, into the 90s.
All right, we have another day of this heat.
Well,
Oh, 2 days?
Yeah,
oh, gosh.
You know, it's getting hotter.
So. When you said relief, I got excited thinking that.
I did too. I got overly excited. Over in Berkeley, 73 degrees in the next couple of hours, then warming quickly to the upper 80s, mid 90s by 5 o'clock. The sun sets before 7 o'clock, but then by 9 o'clock, dropping off slowly, 80 degrees. So today, tomorrow, the heat is going to continue. In fact, we're anywhere from 2 to 10 degrees warmer the next 48 hours. No fog out there. We do have haze. You can see it clearly here. Right now it is 65 downtown, 64 in Oakland, 67 Hayward, San Jose, and upper 50s Redwood City. We have cooled down at the coast, but that's still 5 degrees warmer than yesterday at this hour at Mount Tam. Kind of a glassy looking bay there as the winds are absent or light. 57 Santa Rosa, it's 54 Petaluma with 59 by the Delta. No breeze there. 64 in Concord. Livermore's at 62, so air quality is moderate. Here, a spare the air alert today. Look at the East Bay or inland valleys in the South Bay, where temperatures once again will be in the mid 90s to over 100, I should say, increasing, because yesterday we did get a bit of relief. Not the case today. So weekend records are likely. High fire danger. It gets as hot as it will probably today. Could see a degree or two hotter on Sunday. And then we have that red flag warning through 9 o'clock for the upper elevations of the East Bay, the hills around Santa Clara. Relative humidity 10% right now. Mount Tam, next week it's cooler. And for today in San Francisco, upper 80s. It's a hot day for Hardly Strictly, but then by tomorrow, not only do we have a couple degrees of cooling, but we are still under the influence of an offshore flow. So we're not talking about any cooling really until Monday. So we are switching that up, bringing on the heat for the weekend, and then into Sunday. Mid 90s, 1 o'clock, the Cardinals in town, the Niners, 98-degree Levi Stadium perhaps 100, and that 98 may be conservative. So today would make the 5th 100-degree day in San Jose for the calendar year. That's a record. 98 Santa Clara, 95 in Sunnyvale. Temperatures 7 to 8 degrees warmer from San Mateo to Palo Alto to Redwood City today. At the coast, upper 80s to near 90 in the Sunset. Look at the coast. We are 88 Stinson, Bodega Bay, mid-80s, 101 Novato. Hotter today. We talked about that along the Bay Shore. 94 in Richmond. Fremont, you're back into the mid-90s with 103.
92.
Yeah,
still going to be really hot.
So
yeah,
I think the heat's going to come back a little bit even after next weekend.
Good to know. And a reminder, we have a list of all the cooling shelters across the Bay Area over on our website. So good resource to have.
He needs to act like a mountain lion. So this weekend, the heat is back.
All right. Thank you, Lisa.